Christian school settles for over 100 million over torture and starvation allegations. Okay, this is just a heads up. This is pretty bad. So I just want to, you know, prepare yourself. In a groundbreaking settlement, the now closed Miracle Meadows Christian boarding school in West Virginia has agreed to pay 100 million following allegations of heinous abuse against its students, including RAPE, prolonged solitary confinement, and denial of basic needs. Located in the Appalachian community of Salem, Miracle Meadows catered to at risk children and those with learning disabilities from 1987 to 2014, operating under the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The disturbing chain of events leading to its closure began when a student consumed cleaning product and during treatment pleaded for aid against the school's abuses, eventually leading authorities to revoke its educational status in 2014. Attorney Jesse Forbes remarked on the chilling revelations: the abuses suffered by these children wouldn't be believed in a Stephen King novel. This settlement is the largest of its type in West Virginia's history, surpassing a previous $52 million agreement in 2020. The unsettling claims also include allegations that some of the students were impregnated after they were assaulted by staff and subsequently underwent forced abortions, while others contracted sexually transmitted diseases.
Jesus, effing Christ.
Yeah,
Um,
the details of what went on at this school are just it's just next level. That's the only way I can describe it. It's just next level. It's yeah.
why were they torturing them again? Sorry, can you explain?
I mean, is there a why?
I don't know. I just have to ask. I don't think there's any. I know I ask this as if there could be a like good explanation for these things, and I know there's not. But like, do they have like I don't know what's the motive here? Like, they're just like doing it out of just for just to like just because like
Okay, well, I'm when you are in like a high control environment, they will use anything they can to justify the behaviors against you. So if you were not doing your assignments correctly, they would put you in quarantine chambers and basically starve these kids, force them to relieve themselves in a coffee can with no toilet paper. And they weren't allowed to leave until they had like memorized portions of the Bible. And if they made mistakes, then they have to stay longer. Right. So this is like a
Right.
Christian torture chamber. Like it's crazy.
Did anyone go to jail for this? No, right?
The woman who was this was what pissed me off. I can try to find the exact number, but the woman who was leading this school for a long time only got 6 months in jail
What?
with yeah, with a extended probation of like 5 years or something. Let
Why?
me let
Why?
me try to find the exact number. It's insane.
Wait, what country? This is United States. Why? So you get to torture children in United States and not go? This is the punishment we get for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the woman who was in charge of this school, um, so Clark, her name is Susan Gale Clark. Clark pleaded guilty to child neglect, failure to report, and obstruction of justice, and received a 6 month jail sentence along with 5 years of probation.
What
That was
about the
the
people who
extent
were
of her
doing the actual
criminal
torture?
prosecution.
Like, what about the people who were doing the actual torture?
Based on the readings that I have read about this case, this is the only person that's faced criminal charges. Maybe other people face criminal charges,
Yeah.
but this is the only thing that I'm aware of. The
Mom,
school would hire people from out of the country, so then when things got too bad for, like, one particular staff member, they just, like, send them out of the country.
they were so insistent on torturing the children that they went and like let's. Oh my God, Muhammad is saying, did no one ask questions at the time these vulnerable children became pregnant? What the f?
Well,
Yeah,
this
I
is like
have
a
so many
residential
questions.
school. This is like a
Yeah.
boarding school. So they're like away from their parents, they're away from their family. They're in a very remote area. So they don't have access to a lot of people. Their movement is controlled by the adults at this facility. They're extremely vulnerable. And this is a private institution. So there was not enough oversight on there's
Mm.
on like these private schools or charter schools and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
they would handcuff children so tightly that they would leave them handcuffed overnight so that their wrists were bloody. They would use handcuffs on children as young as 6.
Right. So, Sunday, somebody is saying, if I, this is a comment, if I go to hell when I die, I hope they don't put me with the Christians. And then there's another comment here. So, so no drag queens were involved? Question mark. Justin is saying. Um. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Where do we have conservative outrage over this right now? That's actually a very good point. Because if a drag queen reads a story to children, then that will be insane. That's child abuse, and that requires a lot of outrage. Apparently, however, what about this? Are we getting at least similar levels of outrage from all these conservatives that keep saying "save the children" in response to a story like this, or
Not
is
that
it
I'm
just
aware
drag
of.
queens? Yeah, yeah. I that's what I assume. It's just drag queens reading stories to children. That's the real torture there. And then those people deserve life in prison. Yeah, I agree with this. I agree with
Yeah,
this. At
seriously.
least, yeah. Oh, okay.
The school was
I don't know
allowed
what
to
else to say.
operate for decades. Like, the people that went through this, that survived this, they have to live with this for the rest of their life. The fact that this woman got off with only 6 months in jail and it'd probably get reduced.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube? Blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.